Hi and welcome to Loan Management System developed in Microsoft Access. Actually, this tutorial is at the request of one of my viewers out there. Let me show you this person's comment here. That is the comment. Would like me to create a loan management system, and this is my reply to this particular viewer. Great suggestion, fingers crossed. And the reply back to me was, I am waiting. Thank you for your hard work. Well, your waiting is over, my man. Right there. That is the system. And now let me show you how it works. Okay, I can either click on add new record, or you can just click on new record right here. Okay, so whichever you want, the choice is yours. So I'm going to enter the loan reference. That's the loan reference. How much do we want to borrow? Let's say we want to go for about 900,000 or more there. And there, years of payments. I'm going to say that's going to be about 20 years. Okay, and interest. Let's say the interest rate is 4.5, and that is it. That's going to be our monthly payments. 3,900, and at the end of the final payment you would have ended up paying 936,000 plus. Okay, let's enter the name of this guy who wants the loan. Let's say the name is Samson. Okay, Samson Townsend. And right here we have the let's enter the name up. Mobile number. There we go. All they need to do is to click on add, and right here you will see what will happen. Okay, and we can just click on, if I dare click on this, all will be added in there. Let's click on save record. Yes, there we go, done. And let's assume we want to change. Let's navigate back, or we can use this. Let's assume we want to change the years of payment here. Let's say we want to make it about 9 years. There. Okay. There we go. It's 9 years now. And if I mistakenly or just intentionally want to move out of that system, look at it, it's telling me you have to save the changes. If I say no, it goes back to 8. Let's assume I say it's going to be 10 years, and I intend to get out of the system. It's going to ask me to save. Yes, save. That is it. It is now saved. Let's look at the name, Nadia. Let's go for Nadia and make sure the changes is taking place. That is Nadia right there. You see the changes has taken place. And the other thing is we can also go straight to the table. All the changes would have taken place on the table itself. Okay, Nadia, right here somewhere. That is it. There. You can arrange it the way you want, but I sort of like put the loan first just before the name, and that's it. So now let's go into Access and put one of these together, guys. And let's start a new tutorial, guys. Let's click on this blank page here and give the project a name. Let's call it Loan System, and click on Create. There we go. Now our development environment is ready. I'm now going to right click on this table here, and let's select Design View, and let's give that a name. Just going to call it Loan. That's the name I'm calling it. And right here I'm going to enter loan reference number. That's fine. And this number, I'm just going to change this from auto number to number, and here I'm going to enter amount of loan. There. Amount of loan is going to be currency. Let's come right down here. Then the next one is going to be number of years for payment. And here and that is going to be number. And here we enter, we can always enter interest rate there. For the interest rate, I'm going to call that number as well. Right. And the next field, I'm going to call the next field monthly payments. Right there. And in case of the monthly payment, let's change that to calculated field, and the calculated field in this case, I'm going to let's do as follows. Okay, I'm going to calculate this, and let's put that in. Yeah, so it's going to be the amount of payments. Okay, let's enter amount of payments. Amount of loan, not payment, amount of loan, we multiply that by the interest rate, right? So interest rate, and close that with a square bracket. Now I'm going to have to divide this by 100. Let's say divide by 100. Okay, now we need to be able to, I think not, we have to add the amounts. Let's come in here, grab that very amount. I'm going to add that to, let's say plus, put a bracket there, plus, yeah, paste that in there, plus the amount. Then I want to divide this amount by number of years. Okay, come right down here and say divide that by number of years, multiply by 12. Okay, number, yeah, that's correct, of years, enter square bracket, multiply that by 12. Right, let's see. Okay, we multiply that by 12, and let's close that up. We need to close this up here with a bracket. We have 3 brackets, open brackets here. I have 1, 2 here, 3. That is correct. So what I have in here, the formula that I'm actually entering into this monthly payment is amount of loan multiplied by the interest rate divided by 100 plus the amount of loan, so that will actually give us how much that is. Okay, divide that by number of years multiplied by 12. Okay, let's just click on okay. There we go, that's my expression in place. Now let's take care of total payments. Okay, in the case of total payment, I'm going to have to carry out calculation there as well, calculated field. Click on that, and that is going to be amount of payment and so on. So that's going to be amount, enter square bracket, the amount of payment, the amount of loan, not payment, amount of loan, close that, multiply that by interest, as the interest rate, close that, and let's divide it by 100 plus the amount, this very one, grab it, yeah, copy and paste that here, there, and let's click on OK. There we go. So I have that taken care of as well. So let's come right underneath here. Now I'm now going to enter the customer's details in their name. That's going to be short, and address, short field as well, postcode. There. Then here let's enter telephone number. There we go. There. Okay, I'm now going to add validation rule to all of these. Like, let's look at the telephone number. The telephone number, I'm going to enter 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 in 10 11 characters into the input marks. And here where we have the validation rule, I'm going to make enter the following rule. It's not no and like as follows. Enter apostrophe, then 11 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and close that. And up here I'm just going to enter my validation text of this. You must enter 11 digits. 11 digits. There we go. That is it. That validation rule is taken care of. And the next one is, let's take care of the postcode. In the case of postcode, I'm going to set the input marks as greater than, so whatever value you enter in there, whatever character enter in there will be automatically converted to an uppercase. Let's see, we have a 0, backspace, and or backslash and space in there. We then say 0 LL. So the double L, those are letters, number, space, letter, number, letter. That's correct. And let's come right here. You see where we have the input marks again. I'm going to say is not no, which means it must not be empty. So our message for the user is you must enter postcode. There we go. Now address is not known as well. Is not no, must not be empty. Enter. There's the customers address. Right, at least we have to know the details of the customer taking loan or borrowing from us. And here that would be is not no, enter customers or borrower's name, customers full name. There we go. Right, and all of these we must enter something in there anyway. Okay, so the total automatically will be calculated. The monthly payment will be automatically calculated. So these three we must enter the data in there. So we can always set validation rule for them. Okay, here that is, it must not be empty. It's not no. Enter amount. To borrow. Right, let's come right down here. What about number of year? It's not no. So we just say enter year of payment. enter how many years of payment. Right, all done. Okay, now that all of that is taken care of, the table is ready now. So I'm going to right click and let's save, then right click, or you can just view your data in here. Come view that, there we go, click on view there. Okay, let's try it out. Reference number, we have reference number in there. Then we have amount of loan to be borrowed, that's about 86,000 plus. Number of years, let's make that for 9 years, and interest rate 5 points. That, and press enter, and that is it right there. Okay, names and so on. Let's enter name here, and the name is Ellen Moore. There, address number 10 Old Town Road, and the postcode is Q5 8 JD. Telephone number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. There. And here, why do we have that? Okay, we need to convert this to pounds. So I'm going to right click, save, and let's go back in there. You see, go back to the design right there. If you select the monthly payment, the monthly payment is double. No, you see the result type, we should change that to currency. There we go. I need here the total as well. We need to change that to currency. That is fine. It's currency, and the format should be currency as well. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, that's taken care of. Now let's see here, do we have currency there? We do have currency there. Right, so that is fine. So right click and let's check how the, yeah, that's fine now. Okay, the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to create a table, a form. Let's convert everything to an interactive form that the end user can use. So we come in here, you see where we have create. We can close this though. That yes, save, and where we have create, click on create. Okay, select the table that we want to convert to form, and that is it. Just click on the form, and there we go. The form is ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like enhance the look of this form. So let's select the form, or select every single data in there. Right click first of all, and let's change this to design view, and in here I'm going to select both there, and let's come right down here, see the font. Let's change the fonts to 14, and the width, I'm going to change that to bold. The font color, I'm going to change that to black. There. Alright, that's cool. Now you see where we have the height and the width. I'm going to change the height. Let's change the height to about 1.032 and press enter. There we go. Alright, well, as you can see, I don't have enough room here for some of the data that I have in there. Okay, let's come in there and just drag it that much. Just want this, drag. I think that will do it. That's fine. And this very one here, I'm going to change everything. Let's change the width. I'm going to change the width to about 5 point something. Come right here. Let's say 5.899. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. So drag it that much. Let's drag. Right. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to add a list box here. So let's go to design. In design, that's where you guys will get all of the components that you need. So let's drop this down and let's select, I think that, yeah, that's a list box. Click on it and just drag it that much. Okay, now I want the list box to get the value from another table. Okay, click on next, and that is the table. Click on next, and I want every single one of these data, so click on that and click on next, and I'm going to arrange as follows. I have the loan there, then years, and underneath here I want the interest rate. Click on next, and that is it. Okay, that's cool. Click on next, and remember the value of each value for later use. Okay, and that is going to be known as amount of loan 1. Okay, then that's cool by me. Right, that is it. Okay, this list box actually has its own label here. You see that very label? I'm just gonna select it and get rid of it. I don't need the label. Move the list box down a little bit, just about, let's say about here. There we go. And now I'm going to drag it all the way down. Okay, that's my list box all the way down. Right, that's how it's looking. So what I'm going to do is let's run it first and even see how that looks like. Yeah, that is it. But I need a title. I need some title in there. So let's come in there, right click, design view, and let's select that very list box. Let's go straight up here and select the property. Select that, and here you see where we have title, column header, or column headings. Click on yes. There, that should take care of that. So if I right click and run it again, we now have our headings. Okay, up here now I want to add option frame or option group, something like that is called. So I'm gonna close this for now. Let's go back in here. You see the design. Now let's come right here, click on the option and just drag it that much. Yeah, that we do. Right, that's cool. I'm gonna cancel that, and let's get rid of this frame label. That frame label is gone. Select my option that I've just entered now. There, I'm going to change the color of this option to the color that we have up here. Okay, on the header. So let's select the header, go to the properties there. That is the color. I believe I'm going to copy that color and change my own back color here for this option. Where's the back color? Back here. Just paste that in there. There we go. That's fine. Now we need to add some buttons. So the buttons I intend to add will include as follows. First of all, let's go for save button. Grab that and draw. There, that's my save button. Change the details in there, and I'm just gonna call that CMD save. There. Now the next button is going to be, we call that add record. I think that might be somewhere here. Add, let's see, add. No, it's not here. Add should be there somewhere. That's it. Add new record. Okay. So I'm gonna call it add record. CMD add. There. Now grab another button. That will be for just navigation. Let's say previous or next and previous. Okay. Yep. CMD next. There. And followed by previous. Okay, done. cmd previous. There we go. Now I want something, let's say print, cmd print. Print, I can get print somewhere here. Print, no, I don't want that one. Print not from, I want it to just print table. Print record. Let's see if I can get a table, print table. There's no, let's keep looking. Okay then, print record, that's cool. Right, change it to that and call that cmd print. There we go. Now one last button, and now I'm going to just call this one exit. Exit the form. I don't want it to close. Exit the form, close form. There, yeah, cmd close. There we go, all done. Now all of these buttons, I'm going to change their back color to this very color here. Come right here, paste that color that I've copied earlier, press enter. That is it, they're all changed now. Now select each of those buttons and let's just enhance the look of the button. Change this to about 20 and make it dark, no, bold is fine. And what about the color? Change the color to black. Now I need to know the size for each button. So for each of these buttons, let's change their size to the width. I'm going to set it for about 3.5. 3.5. Yeah, there. And what about the height? Let's go for about 1.296. There. And I'll just arrange it all properly. Let's arrange it all. Close this. Start from this, grab this, bring it all the way here, and repeat this. There. Just gonna speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, all done, but I'm not happy with the font, so let's see if I can change that font. Select it all and let's come right down here and change it to maybe about 16. Alright, right. So what I'm going to do now is I am now going to, let's run it first and enter some data, then we carry out some other amendments. Okay, I wouldn't like to be able to see this ribbon here, so we need to do something about that. And let's click on add new. So add new records. Come in here, amount to be borrowed 7,000 plus, okay, 78,000 plus, and number of years to pay down, let's say it's about 12. Then the interest rate at the moment is that. There. And we'll come down here, enter the name. Let's say the name is Sally Queen. An address of Sally Queen, number 13. Warlock Road. There. Now the postcode says mobile number. There. Okay, all done. So all we then need to do is just to click on add. There. This data is added, but we are unable to see it on our list box here. So what I am going to do, let me show you the data. It's right there on the, yep, there in the form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a few lines of codes. Say that. So let's put few lines of code together. and close this. And the other thing is, I would like the system to actually make us aware that we need to save data or whatever, just to prompt us to save the data. Okay, so you see this one. First of all, let's do this. Let's go back to design view, select the save. Okay, I want a message to pop up that is saved. Select that, right click on it, and let's go to build event. And right there, this pops up. Drop this down and let's select message. Let's look for message in here. We have a message. There we go, and the message box pops up. So in there, we can just say record saved or loan record saved. Loan records saved. And here, beep. You don't have to, but you can always put a note in there if you don't want it. And here, that can be information or warning. So let's go for information. And the title, I'm just going to call it Loan Management System. Loan Management System. There. Okay, that takes care of that. So that will always display a message for me. Save that. Close. If we right click and run that, now we can try that out. Fonts. Yeah, let's display that. Click. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, the other thing is, supposing I carry out any changes here, I want the system to automatically let me know that, look man, you need to do something about that, save or not. So to take care of that, I am going to come into design view and let's select the form. You see here, click on that. When you click on that, all of the event of the form, we should be able to see it right here. And the event I intend to use is before updates. Before updates, we want it to ask us question to prompt the user. Okay, here events procedure, and let's select the 3 buttons there. Now I'm going to declare this variable dim I saved as VB message box result there, and VB message box result, I want the following to be displayed. So right there, I'm going to enter message box and enter some arguments in the message box. Open a bracket, and in there I'm just going to say click yes to save or no to discard. So give the user an option of what to do, either save or discard the changes carried out. So that will be my first argument. Now enter a comma. The second argument will be VB information, and here let's enter click in there. Okay, now let's say plus VB yes or no, then comma, that will be the third argument, and then I will just call that loan system. Close that and enter a bracket there, or we can just call that loan management system though. Loan management system. There we go. Now I'm going to come down here and I will use an if statement to prompt the user or to validate the selection made. If saved equals VB no, then I want the following: do command dot run command AC command undo. There we go. Alright, so if it's no, undo whatever updates. Right here I'm just going to say cancel. I'm going to say cancel equals 1 and end if. There, done. So if we go up there now, let's go straight into our database. So let's click in here to view our database and carry out, instead of 12 months, I want that to become, let's say, instead of 12 years, I want that to become 8. And I intend to navigate straight to the next page. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Click yes to save or no to discard. If I discard, if I click on no, there we go, it's back. Let's say we change it to 9 and we click again. Yes, click on yes. And once I click on yes, let's see what's going to happen there. There we go. Okay, I'll click on yes. I've clicked on yes, though we cannot see the result here. But if we come into our table, double click on the table, we should be able to see the result. That is it right there. Okay, I'm going to do that again. Let's come in here. Let's change that to maybe 5 and click. Okay, number of years is 5. Click on that and let's go into the table. We might not be able to see it. Close that and reopen it again. We should be able to see 5 now. That is it. Okay, so now that we understand how that works, what we then need to do is we need to be able to update this very one right away. So to do that, I'm going to come inside where we have save so that we can do that. Right click, let's go to design. Yeah, design view. Now select this, but this, since it's macro, I won't be able to see the codes. So what I'm going to do is, let's click and see. No, let's go back in here. I'm going to come in here to design. Inside this design, every single button here, because they are all macro, I'm going to convert them to Visual Basic. So click on convert and accept that. And that's it. Conversion finished. Click on OK. I will now go into my view. Okay, that is it. It's all Visual Basic now. Scroll right down. That is it right there. Okay, right there. That is my save. Okay, now that I know where my save is, what is the name of my list box? The list box is list 47. Okay, let's grab list 47. That's the official name. I'm back into my code. That's the save. Right underneath the command save right here, paste list box 47 or whatever your list box is called. Dot, I think it's request. Yeah, so that should officially modify whatever changes that is carried out straight onto the list box. Okay, that is done. Alright, the next thing we want to do, I might as well copy these same lines of code and I'm going to paste it right underneath here. You see where we have form before updates, right underneath. If there's anything to be updated, this we update this, update it, the list box as well. Okay, that is done. So what else do we need to do? Let's come back in here and right click, view. Okay, let's now add some new record. Add new record, and this one is this. Okay, change that to that, and let's say 3 years. We have 3 years in there, and this is the interest rate is about 4.5, and there. Okay, come down here. All right, the name is Yola Kano. All right, now come in here. Address is 18 Lagos town, and here let's make that, that's the postcode, and underneath here telephone numbers. There we go, all done. So all they need to do is just let's assume we just move it out. There we go. You want to save? Yes, saved, and that is it. Okay, we click on save. We should be able to see information about Yola Kano right there. Okay, that's it right there. Details of Yola Kano now is displayed. Okay, the other thing is I want to be able to close this ribbon. So to do that, I'm going to come in here, go back to design view, and let's select our form. Click on the form. Let's come into events. I'm going to use on click. Select that and click on this. Right. And right there, I'm going to enter the following. Let's say command dot show. Okay, show toolbar, and the toolbar I want you to show is the ribbon. Yeah, that's correct. Comma. Now I'm gonna say AC toolbar no. That means do not show the toolbar. That is when I click on it once. So let's go back. I'm now going to use double click, or I can just be there, right there inside the details. Click, come in here. Let's look for double click. Let's see, do we have double? Yeah, that's double click in there, and paste that. In the case of double click, that would be yes. There. So that should hopefully take care of my save. That will take care of this ribbon there. So let's view. Okay, I'm going to click on it once. There we go, and double click. There, once. There. You see that, guys? Okay, let's add more data into the system, and let's save that. Yeah, saved, and let's click on. There we go. That's the reference number. And amount of loan, let's say, is 96,000 plus, and number of years, we made that 11 years, and here interest rate is about 3.9. There, that's how much you'll be paying at the end, 100,000 plus. And what is the name? I'm going to call him Johnny Davis. There we go. Address number 9, $19, Fort Worth. And here the code is there. And telephone number. There we go. And just click on add. No, save. And that is it, record saved. Now one more thing left, just the title. Let's change this title. So I'm going to, let's check this out first. Print, that is fine. So you can select whatever the printing you want to use, and that is fine. Okay, now what about, go to previous, go to next, that is working fine. Close the form. Yes, and the form is closed right here. That's the form. Right click, design view, that is my form. Select the title, and the title I just want to change that to, let's go to the caption, change that to loan management system. There. And I'm going to increase the size of that font. Let's look for the size. Then I want to make it about 30. Width, bold, extra bold is fine. And the color, I'm going to make that black. And what is, let's get it centered. Text align, get that thing centered. There. Now there's not enough room, so minimize this drag this all the way here and bring this down, and there we go guys, all done. So right click to view there, and that is how you create your own loan management system in Microsoft Access. Well my man, it's all done, and I guess I've answered your request or your suggestion, and I hope you are very pleased with it. So without my man, I'm gonna call it the end of this interesting tutorial, and thanks for your suggestion. So I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. You have a nice day now, my man, and bye for now.